I'm here in Gonzales, Texas, the birthplace of Texas independence. And like the American Revolution of 1776, it began when the dictator of Mexico, Santa Anna, marched north into Texas, then part of northern Mexico, to confiscate the firearms and the cannon here in Gonzales, Texas. And of course, the shot heard round the world, the second shot heard round the world, took place here. This is the Gonzales Municipal Building, and all over town, the Come and Take It flag is flying under the Texas flag and U.S. flag. And the symbol is a cannon with the words, "Come and Take It," underneath it. Now government almost everywhere is organized around monopoly of force, where only the government has weapons. Well, that's no government of the people. That's a government of whatever special interest can seize control of the government. And that's what's happened to our constitutional republic. We should heed the example of our ancestors, not just here in the U.S., but all over the world, and stand up for basic human liberty, whether it's our free speech, or our privacy, or our private property, or our families, our children. We should tell the establishment, go ahead, try to come and take it. And that's a lesson from right here on this beautiful July day in South Central Texas, in Gonzales. It's to the tyrants, come and take it. All free societies were based on people standing up and not laying down. Slave societies are based on people rolling over to intimidation and thuggery. So hopefully we can turn the tide and start moving back towards a free society. I know people seem to be waking up everywhere, but that's not enough. We've got to take action and take back our society. Alex Jones signing off for InfoWars.com.
It started with a small cannon and a desire to be free. The war that eventually created the Republic of Texas was set in motion about an hour south of Austin. And in his search for all things uniquely Texas, Newshead's Russell Wow takes us to where the fight for Texas independence began.
Texas history is about people who persevered, people who were determined, who fought all odds.
In Texas history, few places and events hold the significance of what happened in Gonzales.
We fired the first shots against the Mexican army in Texas here in Gonzales. We think that was one of the more significant events ever in the history of this country, certainly in the history of Texas.
With that shot, they started a piece of history that changed basically the world. For sure, United States, and absolutely changed Texas forever.
The Mexican army wanted to take back a cannon they'd placed in the city. The early Texans had a simple response: come and take it.
At that point, refused to give up the little gun, and that led to the firing of the first shots for Texas independence.
The first shots included one believed to have been fired from this cannon, now immortalized on the flag.
We're so lucky to have the real gun here.
The historic cannon is on display so that visitors young and old can appreciate the results of that act of defiance.
To help keep Texas history alive, to allow them the ability to be so close to an artifact that's so terribly important to us.
Without Gonzales, there's no telling what Texas would look like, what the United States would look like, and perhaps the entire world would look like.
Now, nearly 175 years later, the city's call remains the same. Remember Gonzales. Russell Wild, News 8.
October 5th will mark the 175th anniversary of the Battle of Gonzales. The city's raising money to restore and improve the monument and museum.